write is the number 179 of my accountability to myself, and I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this. Briefly about my day, because I don't really have a lot of stuff to share with, but I genuinely want to do this as soon as possible because now it's 9:30 p.m., meaning I can go to sleep now and wake up at 6, having a lot of time in the morning to execute my tasks. So, first thing, the t-shirt. I finally received my t-shirt that I paid for 40 euros. Yes, it's actually a lot, and I was hesitating to buy it or not, but I genuinely like it. Like, the quality is really good. The color is not like gray or black, something in between, and it's really nice. So I will be wearing it it will be serving me for a long time. And this is the one parcel that was lost. It was not lost, it was delivered to the wrong address. As I thought, the delivery guy just brought it to the building that is on another street in front of mine. And it's so weird because literally, like, I live in the dorm and this building is red. So literally it's so, it's the first building that you notice because it's red color, and we have door, and this door is from glass, and it's a huge door, and on the whole door the address of this building is written, and it's basically the address where the delivery guy was supposed to leave my parcel. I don't know how was it possible to mix up streets when you can see the address like this like this on the whole door. And yeah, he just delivered it somewhere in front of my building to another street. I don't know, there's another residential area, something like that. And yeah, I just figured it out because the post that was in charge of my parcel, that was supposed to deliver my parcel, they sent me a picture that here's a place where the delivery guy left the parcel, and I see it's not in my dorm. So I quickly realized it's most likely in the building in front. So I went there and I figured out, yes, it's there. So it's nice. I found my parcel, my t-shirt, everything's fine. I'm not worried about that anymore. About my day. I woke up at 7:20, and it's so weird because at this time it's really bright outside. Like literally it feels like it's noon or something, so it's actually easier to wake up at this hour, and I'm glad because I used to wake up at 6 more or less, and it's always dark. It was always dark outside, especially during the winter. It's hard to get up at that time, so currently it's a little better. Also, I didn't read today in the morning. It actually a little disappointed me because I like reading. It feels like I'm gaining some knowledge, and it's always nice, right, to enrich your mindset. But I spent 2 hours because I needed to execute my internship assignment. So I spent 2 hours, and tomorrow in the morning I will spend at least 2 hours because now we have a lot of stuff to get done. We are learning new things. For example, today I was learning about the methods how to make your website above others when someone Googles something. So there are like keywords. Also, you can add descriptions under the images, and they're like not requirements but some restrictions that you should follow. There are headers, header 1, header 2, header 3 on the website, Everything this is important. And also about, I learned about search engine optimization. Yes. And so a lot of stuff that is related to promoting your website. It was interesting, but it took a lot of time. And sometimes it was a bit confusing. So I spent 2 hours. After that, I went to the gym. I think so. Yes, I went to the gym. I was training my back, and when I returned home, I realized that I'm done. Like literally, I don't know how I could previously train 20 days in a row having heavy workouts, because now I had heavy workouts 2 days in a row, and I feel that I my energy at such a low level. I feel that the whole body requires to be recovered, because what we are doing when we are going to the gym, exactly, we're training, we're destroying our muscles. Then our muscles are getting recovered and they are getting stronger. That's how we are growing our muscles. And my chest is sore, my shoulders are sore. I went to train my back and my abs. So those muscles also require some recovery, and it would be really smart not to go to the gym tomorrow, but I will go. And on Friday I will skip, definitely, like I will take a day off, because I will definitely need this. And also when I was coming to the gym again, I met my friend who I saw yesterday, and so we had a small conversation and a little about religion, and he told me such an insane take. It's so simple, but I never thought about that. For example, most of the people say that they are Christians, even though they've never read the Bible. What does it basically mean? It means that their religion is their parents, because their parents told them you're a Christian, and that's how your religion works. So they don't even understand the baseline. They don't understand what this religion is based on, because if you never read Bible, you cannot be Christian, because you don't understand um, how actually the religion is working. If you never read Quran, you cannot be Muslim, right? It's as simple as that. Because if you are saying that you're Christian because of your parents, it means that your parents is your God, because they told you from their perspective how do they understand was that Christianity. They somehow explain it to you, right? And then you obviously didn't understand it exactly as it was provided. So the twisted opinion of your parents is now even more twisted because of your mindset and because of your point of view. And you just have no idea what is Christianity, and you claim you're a Christian. So it makes no sense at all. And that's why 99% of people, they don't understand what they're following. They don't understand who they worship to, right? And actually, I'm probably explaining it bad, but that guy explained me this really well. Because when he asked me what is my religion, I told that, well, probably because of my parents, I'm supposed to be Christian, but actually I find myself closer to Islam for some reasons, because I figure out some things about Islam which are closer to me. And he told me, is your religion Christianity? Or like, who's your God? Like, if you never read the Bible, because I've never read the Bible, and if you never read the Bible, who you worship to? Who is your God? These are your parents. It's not Christianity. It's just twisted religion. Because, for example, when you read the first source of information that provides your religion, you understand everything. At least you can see everything. You can interpret it differently, but it's another topic. At least you understand everything, what consists this religion, and then you can understand, am I actually following this religion? Is this actually about me? Is this something that I want to follow? You can make your own decision. But if you've never read this, you are told something by your parents, of course your parents have huge authority, and you cannot doubt it when you're a child and for such a long period. So it becomes for you something true, right? Meaning that you don't follow Christianity, you're following what your parents told you. And probably even your parents didn't read Bible. And so it's even more something twisted. And it's actually so weird. I need to think more about that. I cannot explain it properly right now. I think the main idea is understandable, but I need to think more about that to be able to provide this opinion. But it makes a lot of sense. That's why I want to read Bible. I'm currently reading Quran, and I want to figure out for myself, what am I actually following? Because I cannot say that God does not exist. Like, it's too silly. If we are thinking about the whole universe, like, there's a theory of explosion or something like that. Like, there was how to explain it in English. So something exploded, and the universe appeared, right? And the chance of that is like 0.0000001. So it's like, theoretically, in terms of physics and in terms of probability, it's a very small chance that it's possible. And it basically means that there's another reason for that, how the universe appeared. And another reason for that is 99.9999999%. Now I'm just gonna try to explain something that I don't completely understand, especially in English. But it makes actually a lot of sense, because the universe is so huge, right? The probability that as a result of one explosion, the Earth will appear, we as organisms will appear in the way we exist, is like, it's nearly impossible. Like, literally, it's impossible. So there's supposed to be something that created us, and it's something is supposed to be God. But the problem is that everyone interprets God differently. But I think it's something that is impossible to interpret, because it's something greater. It's something it's something unfathomable. Not gonna go into details. I definitely need to go through some information and to get clearer vision regarding this, because now it does not sound persuasive, but I will explain it. probably tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days, I will explain. So, yes, I've been talking about religion too much. I didn't have this plan, and I need to go to sleep, bro. So, well, yeah, I returned home. I felt that I'm so tired. I had my breakfast, then I was watching oh yes, and I went home so late because of gym. It was like 1 p.m. Then I had my breakfast. It was 2 p.m. Then I watched one video for 1 hour because it was Larry Will, and he had a training with, you know, a guy. There was a guy in Reels who's recording videos how he puts on some clothes, how he runs in front of cars, like a black and jacked guy. Yeah, he just, there's a video how he puts his head in the plate with water, something like that. And so Larry Will had training with him, and I was so interested to watch this video, so I watched for 1 hour. Then I decided I need to take a nap. I wanted to take a nap for 15 minutes. As a result, I slept for nearly 1 hour 20 minutes. Then I got up, then I went to eat, then I went to eat again, and it was evening. So I don't know how, but my day just disappeared. And the problem for that, I did not schedule my day yesterday. When I don't have structure, I have a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I think, oh, I need to start doing that. Oh no, I need to start doing that. It puts too much some kind of pressure, and as a result, I don't start doing anything. So for tomorrow, I have my schedule, and I will try to follow this. Yes, and I should go to sleep right now if I want to wake up earlier and actually stick to my schedule. Also, I think maybe tomorrow, no, I can't tomorrow without music because I'm going to the gym, but let me think. Well, probably having my breakfast tomorrow, I should not watch any kind of content because it overstimulates my reward system in my brain, right? And I expect to get even more dopamine after that, meaning that it's so hard to start studying. So it would make sense just to have breakfast without any other stimulations, and then after breakfast I would be able to start studying right away. All right, I will try because it's very important to realize that every day is a unique day. Like, you will never be able to live again 8 April of 2026. Like, it's the first day in your life. So you should definitely contribute something. And also, I have a lot of thoughts about intelligence, about studying. Probably I will mention tomorrow. I will try. All right, I'm really satisfied with my t-shirt. And without being said, see you in the next one.